EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Middleton. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Third down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Now a give, right side. Middleton. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Of the gun, Herbert. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And incomplete on the deep ball. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Right at the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Herbert now on second down. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On second down, Middleton at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is third and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal.
4th and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
29-yard line.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers 3, Browns nothing.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. And to give this time to the tailback. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now, Middleton.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Space to maneuver at the 40. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. From the gun, Herbert. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal?
And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
The pass.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
On second down, here's the option. This thrown quickly out to Jones. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
And 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
From the gun, Herbert. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Herbert. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
And it's third down.
And 10 yards.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Looking to throw. And he'll find Hall. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Side taken in by his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
The ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll try and run forward with Jones. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
46-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. A first down. Carlos, a screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Oh, breaks another. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's eating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Brings up
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd down, it's Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 31-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun. Herbert forced out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Middleton. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Herbert off of play action. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Middleton. Room here to run. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Middleton. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Herbert. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. He's got Adams on the hook. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
3rd and 11.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now it's Herbert. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 4th down. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. One last throw here for Herbert. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I had given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.